All right, so I just got an email from Horizon saying something was coming in the mail for me, and they wanted my reaction to it when I went out there and saw it. So I just saw FedEx pull up. I'm guessing this is it. So we're gonna go outside and take a look. All right, it's another big one. Oh, it's heavy. ARRMA FIRETEAM tactical unit. It says tactical on the box. That sounds different. It's got all kinds of army looking stuff. Doesn't seem like something that they've had before, so let's go check it out. Not even gonna wait till we get up to the studio to open this. I have to see what it is. They said they were excited for our reaction, so I'm super curious. Ready? You gotta come up and look at it though. I'm not gonna look yet. Ready? Whoa. That's different for ARRMA. That is cool. It's got a cage, a game-changing handbrake feature, 7th scale assault vehicle. Boys are gonna like this one. 7th scale. The wheels look insane. I don't even know what's going on with that. That's the tread side of the pattern. Dude's riding in there. He's got a gun. So does he, hanging out the door. That is insane. I felt I had to bring it out to the studio for you guys to get a closer look at all the details under the lights. So let's get the top off and let's look at this thing. Wow, you guys. I did not expect this at all. I'm still just kind of looking over it and just kind of, one, wondering who came up with this. And two, I'm just loving the looks of these wheels and tire combo. It's so killer. It says here on the box, perform evasive maneuvers, game-changing handbrake feature. So you're gonna be able to lock up the rear end on this thing and let it slide. That's super cool that they put that into one of their bashers like this. I can't wait to get it out there and rip it and see how it handles. It looks super mean, especially the black one. I mean, that looks super mean. This looks like it'd be, you know, flying through Russia or something in the snow with military dudes in it. I don't know. Super cool. I don't know why in all the war movies, the snow scenes always seem to be Russia for some reason to me in my mind. But yeah, I mean, this cage looks pretty good. A caged vehicle, that's kind of different for ARRMA. I mean, they do have it up in like the Mojave. They have a bit of a cage, but it's more just a look kind of a thing. So yeah, this is wild. Take that off and look, it's got some weight to it. It's got 3 parts where the body clips in, but it's definitely got a pretty rigid cage, I'd say. And I'm sure that they bashed this thing. Oh man, backflip! Oh! You see, look at how it all locks in here. It gets extra support on the base of it. There it is. Nice. Sitting right down on here. Locks into that, keeps it from moving too much. Extra support's going across the bottom side of it. The rear end. One of the things that I notice and I like right away is there's no wing. You've got a rear bumper here and a front bumper. This thing seems like it would roll and get back on its wheels, which I like a lot. So let's take this off for a second and just look inside. But you can see it's got that UTV look. It looks like some kind of a Polaris or Can-Am style. So people could, I guess, if they wanted to, they could remove this inner piece here. They could get rid of the guy's guns or whatever. Change out this interior if they wanted, I guess, and make it look like a UTV, because that's the look that it has as a UTV. They went tactical with it, which some people will think is super cool. Other people, it may not, you know, guns and stuff might not interest them. I know that my son thought it was super cool when he saw it. He thought it was pretty wicked. I think it's kind of cool. Looking under the hood, you do have what looks to be, you know, fairly standard 6S stuff until, oh, look over there. That is not standard fare for your 6S BLX. This is how you lock up that rear end. It's got a servo attached here, an Spectrum S650 to operate this and help lock up that back end. You can see it, that little plate, it's kind of like fifth scale. Clamps on that, locks it up. Lets the rear end slide. Got your aluminum shock towers and aluminum shock cases and caps on here. Very, very reinforced bumper with all these extra rigid pieces in here. Helps stiffen that up. Takes some bracing and impact. Got the little steps. Look like it's the metal ones that have the rigid part to make sure you have good grip as you get in. It's pretty cool. Then you see these traffic cones right here. That's what the body locks onto to help it line up, which is pretty cool. Helps it get lined up and locked in place. Make sure you got it in the right spot. There it goes. So I just need to look at the front. So that just tucks in behind there. Give myself a visual of how everything sits. All right, so this sits in the bottom part. So everything has this, like it's double reinforced. So those are not only reinforcements, but it helps reinforce the cage to take impact. So you have two pieces of plastic here, and those sit and rest in these right here to help support the cage. So that is pretty cool. You can see how they just kind of fall into place right there. And that's the same thing with the front one actually too. It's got dual lower and upper supports, and then it locks it in side to side super well, really well. And then you put your body pins in. All they really do is keep it from popping off. All the rest of the supporting and the bracing is done right to the chassis itself using these different pieces here. And what I thought were going to be your body posts coming through there are actually going on what I'm dubbing the traffic cones right here. And those look to be replaceable. So if you were to break that off, you could replace those, which is good. We like to bash our ARRMAs, so you know somebody's going to break them. All right, so you got your 150 amp ESC Smart Firma. You've got your 2050 kV motor in here. It has a metal center diff case in there as well. Got bracing down as plastic, but it does have bracing from your shock towers down to your chassis, as well as the center brace across the top. You have adjustable turnbuckles in the rear to set your camber. You're running dog bone here in the rear, and then you've got like a CVD style up front here with dog bones going in here to your drive cups. Overall, everything looks pretty standard fare, except for this back here. Like I said, that is the big upgrade, as well as having this alloy diff case here in the middle. But these are very thick shock towers here. I still don't have calipers. I need to buy some. Ever since the move, I haven't had any. But I do need to get it. I love all the stylings with the numbers on here. The 7618. It's all over on here as well. Just gives it that military feel. Looking through the backside, that's cool. But here, give you a little bit better look at the brake calipers in there. Wheels and tires look super cool. They're just glued on, but they have just a really awesome look to them. The sidewalls on these look sick. The grip feels pretty good. Definitely foam in there, pretty stiff on the sidewalls. And they have a decent tread pattern on them, so hopefully this will hook up in some snow too. That handbrake would be really fun in the snow. But yeah, guys, let's quickly look here, see what we may have missed. One thing I did not mention is it does have a different servo up front. That is the S652 Spectrum. And on this side, you do have your servo saver with a metal horn on the servo, and then you get this servo saver with the spring adjustment there. You got sway bars here, front and rear, and you've got the pillow ball suspension setup. It's very common in all of these lineup as well. So good. All right, so what do we miss? All-in-one easy body removal. These are their military-inspired wheel and airless tire design. SR315, which is tucked right inside of here, which we don't need to pull out, which you can bind over if you want to your rugged or other Spectrum radio if you have one. So yeah, 150 amp brushless ESC, 4074. That was the number I was looking for. Size motor, 2050 kV. It does have the Safe D pinions on here as well. So that will help them if you do, for whatever reason, your grub comes a little loose, it won't slide off. Plus it won't rotate, which is nice. Center diff with a strong aluminum case. So that was one of the nice features as well. Black anodized aluminum front and rear shock mounts. That's got some cool stuff. Yeah, and here's the rear bumper with crash absorbing spring design, as well as these molded pieces for holding your body in place. So interior FireTeam crew figurines. And yeah, wow guys, I think we got most of the details on that. 6S here you can put in. It does have IC5 connectors. You can run a single battery and cap off this end, or you can run dual 3S or dual 2S if you want to run it 4S. These things are pretty fast on 4S. And Siri wants to know if I can try again. I'm not doing a good enough job. You be quiet, sorry, Siri. All right, and then it's showing me my alert for the security systems we have here. But yeah. All right, here's a quick look at some other things that do come with it. You do get some shims for your diffs. You get some pistons for your shocks. You get some tools in here, instruction manual, stickers. You get an extra pinion here, high-speed gearing pinion as well. And here's the included shims. After you can add them if they've bedded in and it feels like it's kind of loosened a little bit. You can tighten it up that way. Lots of tools in here. Allen wrenches. You know, the typical ARRMA tool, which is awesome. Again, stickers and the instruction booklet. If this is your first car, you'll want to take a look at it. If it's not, you might still want to take a look at it. And then you get this SLT3 transmitter, third channel here. This is going to do your brake, steering rates, throttle, steering trim here, reverses on the side, and then you've also got here, you can limit your throttle 50, 75, 100. So these are reverses, on-off switch on the side. Again, your steering right here. Nice. This does not have AVC in it, which I like that it does not. It would, one, mess things up with the rear handbrake and other things. So this only does your steering rate right here on this little part and the amount of steering that you're going to get. So 4 AA batteries, you're good to go. So one thing you have to be careful of is with this body, you can see I've kind of crimped this a little bit. You definitely have to be careful where everything ends up, because you've got these traffic cones on the side. You've got this middle piece here where it's going to sit down. That body is going to sit down on there, and you have to make sure that it has room to do so and sit all the way down, because that right there, that plastic piece sits right down on that. So if your wires are going across here, it gets stuck. If you've got this over here, you can get the hoop around that. So just be careful as you put everything in that you keep your wires managed, and it'll lock down super easy, just like that. Alrighty guys, so that's a quick look here and unboxing of the FireTeam. We're gonna get out there, rip it for you guys. I know that this is different. I'm not gonna give any type of opinions on this other than showing what you get in the box here. It's definitely interesting. It's outside the box. It's not something you've seen really from ARRMA before with the cage and the way that it's all molded. But that's okay. I know, there's gonna be two groups of people that, have differing opinions on this. Some are gonna love that they thought outside the box. Others are gonna wish that they just took something they already made and they made it bigger. Or smaller. That's just the brakes. You know, you can't win. But yeah, so we're gonna get it out there. We're gonna do run videos with this. We're gonna test it. We're gonna try a bunch of things with it, guys. But there it is, the Fireteam from ARRMA. Like it or not, it's here. And we're gonna go have some fun RCing. See you guys. Well, what can I say about this, you guys? It is not at all what I expected it to be. It rips. It kind of, I would say it probably handles more like the Talion EXB out of the box. The tires themselves don't really balloon, so it doesn't want to flip as much. In fact, there's a couple times I've kicked and I've actually nosed down and I can't get quite the speed, the wheel speed to nose back up. But overall, it flies through the air great. Can't really get it backflip, and I have torn up the yard quite a bit. These tires really dig in, and also the nose was digging in on a few of those landings where I didn't make the flip. But man, it rips. You know, I was curious. I was cautiously optimistic about it. I will say that. I wasn't sure if bashers would want to buy this thing, but I think they're going to want to buy it. It's really wicked, and for an ARRMA, I mean, it handles like an ARRMA, even with the cage and everything else about it. It is stinking cool. So check it out, guys. Look at it in the stores. Get your own opinions about it. Formulate it. You'll see a lot of videos of me running this thing here for a little bit because I am loving it. I'm going to rip it some more.